Our last average is mode. Remember, there's mean, median, mode. Mean is best when there are no outliers, all the numbers are close together. That's when it works the best. Median was specifically created that if you have an outlier way down here, it doesn't care, it will always find the middle. Mode is the last one. Mode, there is really not much to it. It simply is the most common number in a list of numbers. So what you're doing is looking for repeats. So if I were to look at test scores, if I look at this list, 75, 83, 87, 87, 87, 98, you could easily say that the mode is 87. What's the purpose of the mode? The mode is to find what most often happens. Average isn't just middle, but it's most common. Okay, that's another synonym for average is common. Well, what kind of common person are you? Are you typically a C student, a B student, or an A student? One of the ways mode is used is to find what do you score most times? Oh, it's 87, so it's the mode. It's the most common. So typically you're a high B student. So that's one way the mode is used. Just a note about modes. If I look at, I could have a situation where there just isn't any mode. There are no numbers that repeat. So for example, 3, 7, 6, 4, 2, 1, 10. What's the mode? What some kids will do is they'll relist all the numbers. Oh, well, mode is what number shows up the most. Oh, they each show up one time, so I should rewrite every single one of them. That's not the purpose. In this case, if every single number shows up by itself and there are no repeats, the answer would be no mode. None. There is no number that repeats. The other part is I can have multiple modes. 2, 3, 3, 5, 7, 7, 11, 15. Which number shows up the most? I have 2 3s. I have 2 7s. Well, which is the mode? You list both of them. You would say 3 is the mode and also 7 is the mode. So this is times where mode isn't very helpful when you deal with numbers. Oh, I have 2. Well, what does that tell me? What happens more often? What mode is best used for? And I'll make room here. Mode is best used for things that don't have numbers. When you're dealing with what is the average eye color, hair color. Pick other things that don't have name quantifiers with them. But this is what mode usually is used for. What's the average eye color? Brown. What's the average hair color? Brown. So that's what mode is best used for. But if you get work where there are numbers, remember you're looking for the number that shows up the most. It's possible to have no mode. If every single number shows up only once, you would put none or no mode. You could also have multiple modes. Any number that shows up 4 times, something like that, you could have a mode here and a mode here. Again, very simple.